In this video, we're going to talk about consuming materials in Crow's Nest. There are two ways to consume materials in Crow's Nest, and we're going to talk about both. The first being a manual consume, and then the second way would be consuming materials from a pick ticket. Why do we need to consume materials that are allocated to projects? Why is it important? If we look in the inventory here, we can see that I have three parts here, and you see that my on hand and my available is different. So for example, this corner brace 4-inch zinc, I have 6 of them that are on the shelf, but I only have 2 that can be used. The reason this is, if we look down below, is because I've allocated 2 to Project 101 and 2 to Project 110. Now these projects are gone, and I want to have the available match the on hand. There's really only 2 on the shelf because they've been used for this project, they've been consumed. So the first way to do this would be to manually consume them from this window. I click on the line for this Project 101, I right click and I'll say consume. I can enter a quantity. In this case, I'm going to consume the full amount that was allocated to the job, so I'll just leave it at the default value of 2 and hit OK. I could put in a note here if I wanted to. In this case, I won't. And you'll see that now our on hand is 4, and the 2 that were allocated to Project 101 are no longer here because they are consumed. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the second way to consume, which is from a pick ticket. So first off, we need to have a pick ticket, so I'm going to create one for all the items that are being pulled from inventory for this project. So I go to the project and I hit add new ticket, and I'll choose a work order that these items are for. In this case, we only have one work order, it's the break room. By default, it's going to try to name it the name of the work order. That's okay for my purposes here. So I'll just name it break room, and then I have to populate this with the items. So for this example, I'm going to choose allocate inventory because I want to consume all the items that we pulled from inventory for the break room. You can see that it pulled in these records that I have, inventory records of how many are on hand, how many are available, and how many we are allocated for this job. Then what I need to do is release this pick ticket so the items could be pulled and used for the project. I do that just by clicking released. And now that we have items on a released pick ticket, and let's say a few days go by and these materials are picked and we use them for this work order, then from our inventory form on the pick tickets tab, we're going to see these items here that are ready to be consumed. And consuming from a pick ticket, one benefit to this over just doing it manually is we can consume many items at once. In this case, I can highlight all 3, I can right click, and I can consume all. And you can see that they are now removed from the pick ticket window because they are consumed. If we go back to our inventory tab, and you'll see that now our on hand and our available are matching because we've consumed all the allocated inventory items